Hello, my sister.
Hello, my
And
sister.
hello, everybody.
Hello, all you 3 listeners out there.
All of our family. Nice to talk with you.
Kristen, Katie, and Trina. And Debbie's not listening. Welcome to Murder with My Sister.
I'm Marie.
I am Lisa.
Dude,
I know. So,
dude,
right up off the top,
do it.
do you have some announcements?
I don't have any announcements per se. I met another predator this week.
Okay. You go. Are you doing a front line? Are you
I
taking
don't
us to the front
really,
lines?
no, I don't really, I mean, yeah, okay, I'll give you a front line.
Mm-hmm.
Only women would understand this. Men don't seem to have this innate ability to notice when they're in the presence of evil. But I feel like we have a little bit of an intuition.
We do.
Yeah. So I was talking to this guy at work, and
You whoa.
yeah, he he looked at me like I was food.
Ew.
Very creepy. Very, like, I'm just like, if I met this person in a dark alley or even in a restaurant or something like that, like, I would be afraid of this person.
Really?
Yeah.
God, you
Predators.
see some creepy
I'm
fucking
telling you.
people.
And then the more you talk to these people, like this particular person, the more I talked with him because I had to do his history and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I get to the part about, how many times have you been arrested? And they laugh.
Ew.
They don't give me a number, they laugh because they don't know. It's hundreds probably, right?
Fuck.
Any felonies? Oh, 5 or 6. Great. Any DUIs? A couple.
Ew.
How many years altogether have you been in jail or prison?
So, first of all, here's the thing. I can tell you right off the bat, I have been arrested 72 times. I have 32 DUIs, and I have only been in jail 3 times, of which I've only served 7 years. Okay, I know this right off the top of my head. So how come they don't know theirs?
Well, I don't know that it's that they don't know it. It's that they like to toy with you, so they don't want to answer the question directly.
So is it one of those guys that thinks that's cute?
Yeah.
Like, and you're just like,
Yeah,
hey,
I would be endeared by that. Yeah.
fuckhead,
Mm.
this isn't cute. You're not being
I
funny.
mean, choice meat right
Blech.
there. So he
Yeah.
tells me, well, I'm counting in my head as he's going along. I did 5 years. I did 2 years. I did 3 years for this.
So he does have a tally.
20 plus years in prison. You want to know how old this man was?
Gonna take a guess. 42 years old.
Oh, close. 45.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I
Maybe
was like,
he was my cellmate.
now I know that there are people out there who have, like bad choices were made, shit happens, bad things happen. They went to prison or jail or whatever. And they might have a felony because of the charges. This is not the same thing. This is not a nonviolent offender who just got in the wrong situation, made a bad choice, paid his debt to society, and he's generally a good person.
No.
This is a serial offender. And I get to be in a room 3 feet away asking them questions.
I just got chills on my
feel.
back. I just got chills on my back.
Such is my life. It's awesome.
So your story was your front lines was horrible, but there is a little update.
Yeah.
On the Delphi murders.
There is a big update. I believe they named that person back in the day, but they had
there was some mix up with some filing of the tips, and they're saying is today is the day. That's the saying for the girls.
No.
Because they're like, I don't, look it up real quick. I can't remember. I thought that when they talk about finding this person, that was the thing that they said, today is the day, or is it today is our day? But they caught
the girls
him.
said that?
No, that's what the police and the family and the community has rallied around as they try to find, convict, and get justice for
those babies.
Yeah. But so they arrested that man, Richard
Allen.
And the last update that I had heard was on a podcast. I don't remember, but I thought they said that they didn't think they'd be going to trial until February or March. And that was if ever, because they didn't think that he would ever plead guilty. And he pled guilty many times and then recanted, and then he was in trial. They just found him guilty
Yeah,
just a couple days
I
ago
saw
of
that.
both of the murders.
Mm.
So, small victory there.
I think I'm most curious to know at some point if I suppose they can, I hope now, but I wanna know what other stuff was on her phone. That little
I
hero,
know. I
wonderful,
know.
lovely young woman who was braver than I will ever be in
To
my entire
you
life.
know, and that goes back to what you said just now when you said women have that
Mm.
instinct, or
You feel
you
it, don't
feel it.
ignore it.
She saw that man
She knew,
across the bridge and she's 11 and 12 years old,
and they know,
and she was like, "Fuck that, I'm recording this little," and she knew, and she did it, and
and she fucked politeness.
she sure
She didn't
did.
care.
She took it, and she was like, "Fuck this guy." So, you know, sorry that we lost her as young and
I
and
know.
as sad as
The
we
things
did,
she could have done.
the things. But hopefully this is justice. Hopefully he never sees the light of day again.
Hopefully, this won't happen to anybody else
Mhm.
because that little girl was able to save other lives,
She may have, yeah.
you
She
know?
very well may have. So that was my little update. I
Mm.
know we didn't cover, the Delphi murders yet. I My sister got
There's
real mad
some
at me when we
there are a lot of very interesting cases very close to home, which is very creepy, but
Mhm.
they'll have their day. We got nothing else to do, guys. I mean, we'll
I
we'll
mean,
find we'll pick
I
a day, it's
I
fine.
I have other stuff to do. I
No,
have,
you have nothing else to do.
like, a job and kids.
Pot.
Pish posh, those fucking kids. So, good news, Cash's sleep terrors, night terrors, night
He's
terrors.
having night
Oh,
terrors?
bad. Oh, so bad. If anybody out there has
Oh,
experienced, oh, my little guy, he'll be 2 in December, and in the
no.
last 4 weeks, like hardcore thrashing, hardcore crying, screaming. Mhm.
Oh.
And they said, so the pediatrician's like, this is really common. Don't touch him unless he calls for you. So I don't touch him because he does get worse. Like, if you pick him up, he gets
He doesn't
worse.
know if he's awake or asleep.
So I was whisper like I'm talking to him, "Cashin, do you want me to hold your hand? Cash, do you want me to pick you up?" And yes, yes. But then I pick him up and he loses it. So I'm like, maybe he doesn't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
And then what I read online was that if they go past a half an hour, that's when you gotta kind of see somebody.
Yeah.
And we were at day like 10 or 11,
Yeah.
and they started going up into like the hour mark, and then they
No.
started going back down. So he slept through the night like the last 5
Poor
days. I
baby.
know.
And she said this is common in his age group?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Interesting.
So that's what we had at
I'm
home.
so glad I didn't have to deal with that. I'd probably be crying too.
Oh, I cried so many nights.
Oh my
I
god.
literally cried so many nights because you can't do anything.
Oh,
Like,
it's
I wanna wake
terrifying.
him up and be like, "Get up, mommy's right here," but then
Yeah.
you're not supposed to do that or something.
I
And, of course, I believe that it's the ghost in my house.
Dude,
That's
I was just thinking in my head,
literally every single night, I was
"Sister,
like, "This fucking ghost needs to get the fuck out of my house because 'cause I'm
have
starting to
we
get
not
mad."
talked about the goddamn sage? Did I not tell you I will come
And
over
you're gonna smudge my
and
house.
clean that
I
shit
know.
up?"
Alright, well, it might be time because 'cause I'm getting
Let me
real
tell
tired of
you,
it.
let me tell you, if you wanna get shit done, you get good and angry.
That's when it started
Good
getting.
and angry.
I'm watching a
Mm.
documentary right now, Into the Fire. Did you see it?
Oh,
Did you
good
see
and
it?
angry.
That's
Oh,
what the
wait,
woman said. She's like,
wait.
"Let me tell you something." She's like, "You can run on anger.
Oh,
Anger doesn't need sleep.
nope,
Anger doesn't need food.
nope.
You get stuff done on
True
anger." Oh
story.
my god, she's looking for her daughter.
Dude,
Meh.
I've watched it a couple times. I listened to Patrick and Jillian cover it on True
Oh, you
Crime
did?
Obsessed. And the call, like the verb like the whatever, the motto, whatever, like the
Mhm.
thing that she says that like sticks with everybody. Karma is the most patient gangster.
Oh, I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh,
Well,
sister.
spoiler alert.
I thought
Spoiler
she said
alert.
it like right in the beginning.
Well, I didn't hear it if she did.
Well, you need to listen again
Damn
and
it.
listen closer.
Okay.
Just like you need to watch Ray Donovan again because you'll learn some shit.
Well, you told me I need to,
And The
um
Sopranos.
yeah, that's what you said I need to watch again.
It's tons of fun. It's
Yeah,
fun to watch them over again.
Aubrey wants my Kindle.
She has her own Kindle
I
in her
know.
bed.
That's what I'm telling her. She'll have to watch her own.
Why does she want yours?
Because it's mine.
Ugh.
She
You
wants
know
everything. "Hey, mom,
wait,
what you eating there, mom?"
you know she's gonna steal your makeup and
I know.
shit.
Oh, she already does. And I had a piece of string cheese yesterday, and I was like, "I'm eating string cheese." "Oh, I want string cheese." And is like, no sooner did I get ready to say that, she's like, "I want my own." "Yeah, I know you I hear it's in my
Oh,
back pocket. It's fucking warm." Fucking eat it.
I love it.
Mhm.
Oh, that kid.
Fucking kids.
I know, I hear you.
All right. You should see the
So
font and how I have this blown up. So huge.
So my sister decided that she wanted to do a really old true crime story from here in the Chicagoland area.
They remember from last week.
There is probably documentaries and stuff on it on the Travel
You know
Channel.
what's funny that you say that? I didn't, but yeah, the Travel Channel or
Covers them
that.
all.
Mhm.
Mhm.
There was an Unsolved Mysteries website that I
There you
popped
go.
in on.
There you go.
All right, so shall I start us
You go
off?
right ahead. Tell me
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
Bam.
Bam. All right, so let me set the scene for you. Located just 14 miles southwest of yours and mine, our favorite cities, Chicago, Illinois. The Village
Chicago.
of Justice goes right along the router route because we don't know,
Huh.
Of Archer Avenue. It's like I think they call it 171 actually. Nope, that's not right. 171 is way
No.
out. Or is it
Oh.
71?
No, it's 171. That's right.
It's
Archer
of course.
Avenue turns into 171.
Look at us.
I'm just saying.
And in 1904, Resurrection Catholic Cemetery was consecrated, which is born to serve the growing Polish Catholic community in the southwest area of the Archdiocese.
Okay.
So the cemetery spans 397 acres. And we know from past experience that acres don't really mean anything to me. Um, I know that there's a metric system in place in Europe and miles and kilometers or whatever. So
Kilometers? Kilolama?
for me, I feel like 400 acres should be like maybe a county. But
Okay.
Resurrection Cemetery just goes from like Archer and Roberts Road and
Mhm.
79th Street, and they kind of pinpoint at the top there.
I feel like it's a
Um,
big triangle if
it
I
is, it
remember.
is. I actually have a map for you. I have a map that I can show you. And this is the scene of the famous vanishing hitchhiker, better known as Resurrection Mary. So you'll know that this is a story that has been rehashed. Like some people call it the vanishing hitchhiker, some Resurrection Mary. So there's a couple.
Mhm.
And the sources for this story are the Epitaph podcast and
Epitaph. Epitaph.
And
Epitaph.
Wikipedia, American Haunting, and Troy Taylor Books.blogspot.com.
Yeah, baby.
So
And just in
this
case you all didn't know,
mhm.
we're very Polish,
Mm.
and this is
Mhm.
our family cemetery.
It is, they're all buried there,
They're all
and
there.
all of them, but we don't know where they're at. Um, and Aunt Debbie is the one who just went on a
Oh, she went on, like, a
she
ghost
went on a
tour.
ghost tour, and she's the one who told me to that they played in the tour the Epitaph podcast episode for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was thinking, well, maybe someday somebody will play our podcast, but they won't because I curse too much. And I re-listened to some of our episodes. I'm gonna digress for one sec, and I curse a lot. So I just want to blurb in here. I'm gonna try and curb, not get rid of. It's impossible, but curb the number of F-bombs I drop.
I mean, I put the thing on the thing that says it's explicit. You've
I
been
know. I
warned.
feel like even if somebody curses, they're probably like, man, she curses a lot. Okay. So it was the construction of the I&M Canal and the birth
Mhm.
of the stockyards, which we know we grew up in the stockyards. They were called back of yards, that brought in this huge influx of workers.
Mhm.
Um, so if you want like a beautiful little history of the stockyards, you can listen to that Epitaph podcast on
Mhm.
Resurrection Mary. But don't we're not gonna give you a history lesson because it's just not my main thing.
If you like
Um,
historical books, though, everybody
mhm,
knows The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. They might not
uh-huh.
know The Jungle, but everyone knows the author, Upton Sinclair.
Okay.
He wrote, back in, like, the 1880s, I think,
Mhm.
when all of this kind of was happening, early 1900s,
Mhm.
and he wrote a book that it's like the Catcher in the Rye thing, like, people "Oh, you had to read that in high school," or something like that,
I never
and
read
it's
that
all
book.
about ugh, it's all about the stockyards.
Okay.
It's all about how awful the, conditions were,
Yeah.
all the I mean, it's awful. Blech.
Terrible, terrible.
So gross.
They had made a comment in the podcast about a bubbly river,
Yes.
and because so we know that, um, if you're from the stockyards, if you're in the back of the yards, you can just visit there, right? When it's about to rain or a little humid, and they were just
Oh.
dumping the Pe but leftovers in the
Yeah, yeah,
river, and
yeah,
it soaked into the ground, and then
yeah,
it made the river, like, all hard
yeah.
and it
And the
two
bubbly was, like, all of the stuff decomposing and
yeah,
blech,
huh,
and it
and
stinks there, you guys. It
to
stinks
this
real, real bad,
day to
real
this
bad.
day, people are like, "Does it still smell in there?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"If it's raining, yeah, it does, buddy."
It's, like, seeped in the
It's
ground.
seeped
It's
into the
disgusting.
ground.
Mm.
Do you know what would be fun? Do you wanna know what
Okay.
would be fun if we took a field trip and dug, like, a hole in the stockyards, like, where it's just public property, and
Uh-huh.
just kinda, like, dug a hole and, like, look to see, like, maybe 3 feet down if there's anything,
Okay.
like, gross, like, what does the dirt look like? What is it like, ew. Okay,
So
anyways,
you wanna go look for fossils in the stockyards is what you're
I
telling me.
we might find
We're gonna need a
something.
bulletproof vest, we're gonna need armed guards, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah, you will. So the cemetery was consecrated in 1904, and it was in the 30s that the legend of Resurrection Mary was born. So I'm going to start you with the foundation of the story, like how it like originated, and then we'll talk about the most like not acclaimed, what is it called? Like the most
Common
widely
sightings
yeah,
or,
the
like,
most
what
highly
people report?
recognized one, and then we'll
Okay.
talk about a couple other ones. So the story goes that there was a young woman named Mary who was dancing the night away with her boyfriend
Oh,
at the
yeah.
O. Henry Ballroom in Willow
Oh, yeah.
Springs. And later in the night, the couple got into a fight, as couples are wont to do,
Mm.
and Mary ended up leaving. She didn't get very far before she was struck and killed by a car. The
Hmm.
driver fled the scene and was never identified. So I think it's important to say at this point that in my searching
Mm.
and to be completely transparent, that means Googling, I could not find a death that matched that time and that
Mhm.
area. So that was just how the story starts. And now we'll talk about the first sightings that were the most notorious sightings.
Mm. Okay.
And that is the story that Jerry Paulus shares.
Mhm.
And it goes like this. Okay. In
Mhm.
1939, Jerry
Mhm.
Paulus was enjoying an evening of dancing and socializing at the Liberty Grove Hall at 47th and Mozart.
Whoa.
So, these were, like, dance halls where they would sell, like, tickets, like, the girls would be, like they called them taxi dancers,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they would so it's not like dirty dancing, not dirty
No,
not
no, they paid
they
for
would
a
just they
dance,
would
they
pay
were
for a
fully
dance. Yeah, yeah,
clothed.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that would be how some girls would win some extra money, and
Mhm.
47th and Mozart is, Brighton Park neighborhood?
Yes.
So, at
It's where Aunt
yeah,
Debbie's house
yeah,
was. Yeah.
so in its area, it's guys, it's not close to Resurrection, but it's not we'll get there. It's not that far, but it is. Um,
I feel like with traffic, it's a good 40
yeah,
minutes. Maybe back then with no lights, it might not have
yeah.
been that long.
So he had noticed a woman. He said he had been standing there the whole time and didn't see her, and then he just turned and she was, like, standing next to him, so I was like, "This is, like, the
Mm,
spooky?" Is this where
that's
he's like,
creepy.
"Huh," like, right next to
You
him? Who
turn around and
knows?
she's right
Yeah.
behind you. Ah!
Yeah, and most of the stories of Resurrection Mary, we hear that she was, like, beautiful, long blonde hair and blue eyes, and he said that she was not blonde hair, she was wearing a lavender dress, she had,
Mm,
like, curly brown hair, and it wasn't
mm.
super long, but that she was very attractive, and so they danced the night away, and at the end of the dance, he, leaned in for a little kissy kiss,
Oh.
which I think, I mean, 1939, just met her, what are you doing?
I feel like they were a
Um,
lot more bold than they let on. They were
yeah,
not that wholesome. Shit happened back then.
and are you getting that from, like, television or, like,
Yeah,
they were probably, like
watching, Ben Affleck and what's her face on, Pearl Harbor. They were naughty.
oh my god, what a
Yeah,
great reference.
right? Like, that was about that time frame.
Little scandalous.
Scandalous.
So, he noted that her skin and lips were as cold as ice.
Ew.
He says, "Can I give you a ride home?" She told him that she lived on South Damon Avenue,
Mm.
and asked, and he said, "Okay, well, I'll give you a ride home." So South Damon Avenue, I think she said she was at 46, whatever. I'm talking like I was there. Would have been like, what do you think? Like a 10-minute drive, even in the
Oh,
30s, if
yeah,
you were pushing
from
a car
Mozart?
with
Oh,
horses?
yeah.
Yeah. So they get she tells him to go towards Archer, which isn't like unreasonable. But when
It
they get to Archer, she says go left
which
instead
is
of
further
right.
away from where she actually asked him to go
Right.
or told him
And
she lived.
right.
Yeah.
So he goes that way thinking maybe she just wants to take a drive.
Mhm.
And then we should also mention this is 1939. So
Mhm.
there's not
It's
gas
probably, like,
stations,
rural. Like, right now, it's
rural,
the heart of the city, but back
right,
then, there probably wasn't a whole lot
rural.
rural.
The dirt roads might have been dirt. Carriages and buggies might have been pushing people around. There's no streetlights. There's no gas
I
station.
mean, I
There's
don't
no
understand
houses.
how anybody went walking around thinking they wouldn't
No.
get hit by a freaking car.
That's a great point. That's a great point because if you leave because you get into a fight with your boyfriend and then you walk away on a street that has no streetlights,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not victim blaming. Like, that's not, but also we don't have confirmation
No,
that
but
that
it's
story was real.
dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Dangerous.
So he says, let's do this. Let's go for a ride. He says, they get down towards the cemetery and she yells, "Stop." And then he stops the car. And at this point, there are a couple different variations. One of them is
Mm.
that he says that she points and says, I have to go in there. And he says, I'm going to come with you if you have to go in there. And she says, where I'm going, you cannot follow.
That sounds very 1930s,
It doesn't it
1940s-esque.
though? It
Like, it should be
does.
said in black and white film, you know?
Well, it's in black and white on my computer, if that makes you feel any better. I didn't change the color of the font.
Okay, okay.
We've heard other stories where they're like people are like like the hitchhiker version is that she would
Mhm,
just disappears in the car.
mhm,
So needless to say, he says that he turns to look at the cemetery where she says you can't follow, and when he
mhm.
turns back around, she's gone.
I feel like the ones that I
Ev
remember
Ugh.
hearing was, like, you're driving along Roberts Road or Archer
Mhm.
Avenue, you're
Mhm.
passing the cemetery,
Mhm.
and then she just appears in the car next to you or in the rear view
Don't.
behind you, and
Just
then you look
don't.
again, and then she's gone. Dude, I was an adult, and I did not wanna drive down that street at
You
night.
just made the goosebumps on my legs hurt
Oh, shit.
from seeing that. Well, because, like, how many have you ever seen anything caught anything out of the corner of your eye?
Yeah,
It
motherfucker.
like, right? It's
I know.
scary, fucking
I know.
motherfuckers.
I
Sorry,
know.
curse, curse.
Anyway,
So,
she said she wasn't gonna
I said
she
I was gonna
wasn't
curse
gonna curse.
less.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay, okay.
now convinced that like, he's like, "Something's not right." Little Jerry says, "I'm gonna go. I'm gonna figure out what's going on there." And the next day, he goes to the address that she gave him, and when the woman answers the door, he says, "I need to see the younger woman that lives here," and the woman's like, "That was my daughter, and she died years ago," and then he apparently picks her picture up, and he says, "That's the woman that was driving with me last night." She says, "No, that's not possible. This is my daughter, and she's dead." And this is the story. I know I have goosebumps all over my
Wait, do you
body.
remember the Friends episode?
Yes.
Betsy's been
Bet's been
dead
dead for 10
10
years.
years.
Like, it's gonna be a hit, and you're like, what is this movie about? Have you heard the line? Bess has been dead for
Ooh,
10
chilling.
years. So let's talk about because, all good stories that are ghost stories start with a real
Mhm,
story. So
probably
what
so.
we can confirm is that the story of Mary Bergovie is, by and large, one of the most notable and fact checkable stories.
Okay. So, like,
So,
able to go back, find this thing, and
mhm,
wonder if this is what
mhm.
a
This is
all the
real. This is
myths
a real
and
story.
legends are based on,
Right,
because
this is a
this
real
was a
story.
real story.
Yeah,
Okay.
so Mary was 21 years old in March of 1934.
Okay.
She was born on April 7th, 1912. 1912, is that when no,
1912.
1914, 19 when did the Titanic sink?
Well, I thought no, 1912.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
April 14th,
Oh.
1912.
Ooh.
Ooh, did we just loop 2 stories
Oh,
together?
shit.
Um,
Anyway,
okay, but she
alright.
attended, St. Michael's Grammar School and lived in a small home at 4611 South Damon Avenue, which we all
Oh.
know is the Stockyards neighborhood, and in the thing, it says the Stockyards neighborhood of Bridgeport, and
Oh,
now
no,
yeah.
bitch. No,
No,
bitch.
no, bitch. If you are from the area, you know that the Stockyards, the back of the yards, and Bridgeport are not the
Mhm.
same neighborhood.
No.
They're much,
And they
much
will let you
better.
know that it is
Yes.
not the
Do
same
you remember
neighborhood.
those Bridgeportians
Oh my
always
god, you
got their
you
fucking
crossed
streets
under
plowed?
that. I'm telling you, you crossed under that
Every
viaduct, it was a whole whole 'nother
winter,
world.
every winter, they would have their streets plowed, and then you would get to our neighborhoods, and our streets would never be plowed.
Never.
Never!
Never.
Mother
That's
f
because Daly
I
lived in
won't say it.
Bridgeport.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
So she was the daughter of some Polish descendant with two younger brothers,
Mm,
who Steve and Joseph, and they came over. They were there right around the Great Depression.
mm.
So friends would later remember her as an extremely fun-loving girl who loved to go to parties and loved to go out dancing. And the O. Henry Ballroom was ballroom
Ballroom, I heard that.
ballroom.
Oh, whip.
How did I mean to do that? Was her favorite place.
I
Um,
mean,
so her very good bestie, Laverne Ruthkowski, grew up with Mary on the Southwest Side and lived just a couple houses away from her. And this was in an interview that she did in 1984. So in 1984, she was still with us and still telling this
oh
story.
my god.
Mhm. And
The
she says,
real
so the real
person.
person, and, like, that's why I'm saying, like, if I was there. So she says about Mary, quote, "She was personality plus." So,
Personality
I
plus.
know,
Oh
isn't
my
that
god, I
great?
love
I was
it.
really and she said she always had a smile and you never saw her unhappy. So, Miss Ruthkowski, or Vern, as everybody called her, was with Mary on the last day of her life. And
Hmm.
Vern said that she spent the day shopping with her at Goldblatt's.
Shut the front door.
Fucking right. Do you remember Goldblatt's? So they're spending the day at Goldblatt's and they run into a couple of boys that Mary had met and they decide to go for a ride. So these are believed to be John Riker and John Thole.
Mm,
And they were a little bit rowdy. Vern wasn't too happy about him. They were driving real kind of crazy and reckless.
hmm.
And she said, I am going to get out now. Drop me off. And she asked Mary, "Please don't go with them." But Mary says, "You don't like anybody I know anyway, so, we're gonna leave it at that." That was the last time that Vern saw her
Oh
friend alive. Yes.
no.
So, um, the rumors or the stories go that they had spent the night dancing at some point, but now here's where it gets interesting. So they're at Damon Avenue, Ashland Avenue. Um, the car accident that killed them, and this is we're gonna quote from an article that I found that was from the newspaper.
Mm.
Miss Marie Bergovi, 21 years old, of 4611 South Damon Avenue, was killed last night when the automobile in which she was riding cracked up at Lake Street and Wacker Drive.
Cracked up.
Cracked up. So they're downtown. John Riker, 23, of 15 North Knight Street, Park Ridge, suffered a possible skull fracture and is in the county hospital.
Ooh.
John Thole, 25, 5216 Loomis Street,
Shut the front door.
right? Driver of the car, and Miss Virginia Razanski, 22, of 4849 South Lincoln Street, were shaken up and scratched. The scene of the accident is known to police as a danger spot. Thole told the police he did not see the L substructure.
Hmm.
So that would have been
Like
where the L.
yeah,
I didn't know the L trains were around that back then.
I guess they were.
I mean,
Or
they're
maybe
so
they were
advanced in
or
Chicago.
maybe that's when they were being built and that's why he didn't see it. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
it was all under construction.
Maybe. So it was
That's
Vern.
another podcast.
Right. So it was Vern who accompanied Mary's mother and her brother Joseph to the morgue to identify the body. She was taken to Satala Funeral Home, located just a couple houses from her house, where she was prepared for burial. And the owner at the time, John Satala, said he remembered her because he knew her. He recalled that she was a hell of a nice girl, is what he said in
Oh my
quote.
god.
And she was buried in her orchid dress, and he said he remembered having to sew up the side of her face.
Oh.
So the stories of Mary Bergovi's ghost begin very shortly after her death in April of 1934. A caretaker at Resurrection Cemetery phoned the funeral home to speak to John and told him that he had seen a barefoot ghost of a young girl with brown curly hair walking around the cemetery, and she was wearing a pale orchid colored dress. And he was positive that it was the ghost of the Satala that Satala had recently buried.
Ooh.
Um, so there were other countless sightings of people driving down. Now, remember, there's not a ton of these places around, so it makes sense that people are going back out to that ball area, right? Because that's where it was to dance. And if you see, I have pictures here for you.
I saw it when it
It's
used to
huge. It
exist.
was huge.
I remember driving past it, like going to the Little
Right.
Red Schoolhouse and driving
So
past it.
some of these people say that there are reports of a woman trying to flag down people for help, that she's running down the street frantically. Some accounts say that she tries to jump on their running boards. Stop. I know, it's giving me terrible chills. One account even says that she tried to jump in the back seat of the windows that were open. Ah.
Oh!
And
Oh!
and
I
the
mean,
butt clincher
okay, go.
is that they said it's not that we didn't recognize her. This is somebody that we laughed with and talked with and danced
Holy
with.
shit.
Ah.
Now, to be fair, if you wanted somebody to just try to climb in your window, you just got to drive through that neighborhood right now and keep your
So,
windows down.
so these people that were reporting this were friends of hers that identified her as Mary Bergovi. So that's the most
Oh,
popular story. Other stories are that motorists will see a woman walking or hitchhiking, and when they pick him up, she either disappears at the gates or starts to scream and yell to stop, and then when she gets out, she disappears. And there's also stories of motorists that will hit. And there are some accounts where there are motorists that say they felt impact.
shut up.
And when they get out of the car, there is a woman on the floor.
Yeah.
They call the police, and when the police get there, they can't find them. And there was one account,
Oh, I've not heard that.
listen to this. I wanna
Yes.
say it was 1997,
Fuck you.
and a young man went into I can't I'm like, I'll never forget the name, Chet's something something. I'll look it up when you're doing your story.
Okay.
And he says, "I just hit a woman. You have to come and help me. She was on the floor. I need help." And they go outside and they can't find her anywhere. And he's convinced
That he
that he
felt
hit
it.
her
He saw
and
her.
she crawled away. Um, There are other instances, like some similar cases to that where but that was the most recent in the 70s and 80s where people are like, there one guy who called the police and he's like, I just hit a woman. I need some help out here. The cops get out there. They can't find her and they write him a ticket for disorderly conduct.
Dude, I wanna talk to some cops who've gotten these calls.
So, well, there's a policeman who went on record with the media in the 80s. And he said, I went out to give this guy a ticket, and I believe that he had hit or thinks that he saw Resurrection Mary. The Justice Police Department is like, you can't go on national television. You can't go to the media and tell them that. You can't do that. We'll fire you. And he said, it's a free country. I got to do what I want. And he did. And they did.
Shut up! You can't fire somebody for their own
In the 80s, you could
experiences.
do whatever you want.
What the fuck?
Oh my God, you could do whatever you want in the 80s. It was a fucking free for all.
It was a free-for-all. Hey, we're getting back there.
So there are accounts, far and wide of the variations of this story. And then of course there's the marker of Resurrection Mary, which is the cemetery gates,
Yeah.
which are said to have handprints in them.
Have you not seen them?
Oh, you were at the cemetery with me when we
Okay.
cut school, and the guy outside was like, "You know what those are, girls, right?" We were like 15.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Ugh, yeah, dude, we know what they are, old man." Like, and he was just telling us. Now, here's what's interesting. Those bars were removed
Yeah.
and then put back up a little bit later and then removed again, and they were sold.
Interesting.
And they were sold to a man, and I know his name, but I didn't write it down. And then he died, so now we have no idea where those
What happened
gates.
to
Yeah,
them?
they're probably in some storage locker
I
somewhere.
can see them in my
Oh yeah,
I
here,
can
let me
see
help you.
them.
So this is her house.
Oh my god, that's the
Mhm.
neighborhood. Look at that.
What Goldblatt's? We'll
It's
put
all
these on. That is an actual article from her
Oh, she's
newspaper.
beautiful.
Mhm. And that is Paulus. What's his name?
Jerry.
Mhm.
Hey, Jerry.
And those are the
And those
bars.
are the bars.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So that is my story of Resurrection
The
Mary.
stories I had always heard
Mhm.
over the years, like I feel like I've heard all of them except that very last one that you just told me. That was
Thank
new.
you.
But I feel like I remember hearing about like if you drove past the cemetery at night, like you were taking
Mhm.
Archer going home or something, or Roberts Road, whatever the hell that is.
Mhm.
And if you were driving along, that there were reports where you're driving, you look in the rear view and she's in the back of the car.
I
And
would
then you look
lose my
again and
mind.
she's gone. Like, people would say
So,
that, and I was like, I remember even in my 20s, like, being afraid to drive past it.
100%. Here's the thing, like, all from all accounts, she was a lovely girl. She was happy, she was pleasant. Why would you wanna be a scary ghost? Like, why would you get in somebody's car?
I'll be
Why would you frantically like,
I would wanna be a scary
that
ghost.
account of them saying that somebody tried to jump on the car or jump in?
That is terrifying. Look out
Stop.
the window and see that,
I would be like, "Ma'am,
ma'am,
ma'am,
Miss Ma'am,
please get off my running
Linda,
boards.
honey,
Get off the running boards."
OMG, can
Mhm.
you imagine?
No, I can't because don't be mean, okay?
Don't
Just don't be a mean ghost. Be a nice
be
ghost.
Mhm.
Make good choices, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Make good choices, haunt good people. Like, haunt the be scary to the right guy. How about the fucking serial killer who's taking a girl down by Resurrection Cemetery? Scare the fuck out of him.
That would be an
Run
excellent
after him
plan.
frantically.
Because I was just listening to the Israel Keys updates,
Ugh.
and
Ugh.
that was a
Ugh.
place that he used to look for people randomly, cemeteries.
So maybe you'll cover him. Do you know I've never actually heard the full story?
It's a doozy.
Yeah.
It's a doozy.
All right. Well, I am
There's a
going
guy
to.
who's dedicated an entire podcast just to him.
I believe it.
Yeah, the madness of it all.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm going to pause this so I can urinate and then.
hit the space bar,
Fuck. Did it work?
and we're back.
Okay, we're back. So I had to go downstairs. My sister made me another margie. So here, before you get into it,
Yeah.
do you know what that is? Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
It's a map.
It's a map.
Mm-hmm.
You had this?
No, I did it today when I was doing my
Shut
research.
up.
Okay, so if you're at Resurrection Cemetery I know. If you're at Resurrection Cemetery, you cannot search randomly. You have to request access,
Request.
and they'll send you a link, and you have 15 minutes to search your family. And do you know who you cannot search?
Who?
Mary Bergovi.
Shut up.
And do you know who else is not there?
Who?
Our grandpa.
Peppa?
Papa.
Why isn't Grandpa there?
Grandma's there. I
mean,
have
they're
her.
in the same grave.
They're in the same grave, or are they?
Or are they not? Should we talk about the other cemetery issues?
That's for another story. But yeah, so I'm gonna post that on our Facebook page because I have notes on there.
Yeah.
Our Auntie Tiny is there.
Yeah.
That's who my sister's named after.
I'm named after her.
But do you see the sadness? Oh, does it? My notes not say it doesn't have her age.
Yeah.
So
I don't think she has a marker.
no, I think she's got that round thing.
Oh,
Like I
like
think
a medallion of some sort.
maybe we should pull together and get her a headstone.
Aunt Debbie will know.
I think we should.
Okay.
And then
there's a lot more family there than this.
I don't know their names.
I don't know either.
But
Like
did you
when
see this
Grandma
one?
used to go, she would. Yeah.
She's in Mount Carmel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that.
Well, that is. I'm gonna put this on our Facebook page.
Good job.
Thank you.
You do that.
Thank you.
So
Did you like my story?
I love your story.
Thank you.
I love learning more about it.
Did you get scared?
And it's from Illinois. And yes, it's going to bring me nightmares.
Oh my God, thank you.
The running board is going to bring me fucking nightmares.
Thank you. I'm so scared of it. Thank you.
At least I don't have to drive home like you do.
Fuck you. You fucker. All right. Now I'm going to get comfortable while
you do that.
Take us through your story.
All right. So my part of this spooky story is another cemetery. There are so many. So many in this book.
You know what Fran used to say? People are just trying to get in there.
Fucking Fran.
Fran. Every
such
time.
a dad joke. Jesus
Fucking
Christ. Anyway.
And where are you now, Fran?
She's on the shelf.
I didn't say that.
She's on the shelf.
Oh, that's right. You're not even in there, Fran.
No, she's not. So my cemetery is Bachelor's Grove Cemetery.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum. Now, Bachelor's Grove, I think, if I remember, like, I'm not going to read you the story just yet. I'm going to tell you what my memories are. Was always one of those cemeteries that when we were in high school, people would talk about all the time. Like you go there at night and like, dare your friends to walk around like Monk's Castle and crap like that. Do you remember all that madness? Yeah, stupid stuff.
Fucking flashback central Monk's Castle.
There it is.
Shut up.
You shut up. I hid in the car. I stayed on the fucking floorboards of the car under coats and blankets. I would not even
when
get
we
out of
came
the car.
back, Carla thought you were gone and
Yeah.
she was screaming your name.
I was in the
the
I was
floorboards.
hiding.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Fuck you, people! I'm not going."
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Monk's Castle.
Yeah. So my sister and I went. We know where Bachelor's Grove is. It's kind of. I think there's more than one way to get there, but the place that we knew how to get there was where we lived in Oak Forest and blah blah blah. You had to park in the Forest Preserve parking lot and then cross a 4-lane highway. They call it Midlothian Turnpike, but it's 2 lanes on each side of traffic. So it's not like a faint of heart kind of cross the street. There's no crosswalks or whatever. So Lisa and I go there.
Well, hang on. You're remembering the story way different than I am.
Well, how are you remembering?
You go first,
All right.
baby.
We get there. We park the car. We walk across the street.
And why were we there?
We were going to go to the cemetery.
No.
Why were we there?
That goddamn snapping turtle Victor found at the house.
No, we went a different time.
I was only there once.
We went maybe it was the same time. Maybe you're right.
I was only there
Okay,
once.
okay, okay.
Go.
So we found a snapping turtle.
No, Victor.
Victor did.
Fucking
We
Victor.
brought it in the house. We didn't realize it was a snapping turtle, and it was like the size of a quarter or some such shit. And then when the guy at the place told us what it was, they're like, "Yeah, you can't keep this. It's going to get really big and it'll bite your hand off."
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't know what to do with it, blah blah blah. Well, there's this really awful, like murky little swamp,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and if you go slow enough on the road, you see the water,
You
and then
see the
you
water.
can see the cemetery right behind the water.
So I didn't see the cemetery.
Oh, well, it's right there, and
Okay.
it has a big chain link fence, but
Uh-huh.
if you're going fast enough, you'll miss it.
So this lane highway that she's talking about, I think the speed limit is 45.
It's
So you're not meant to go slow enough to see the
No.
fucking pond.
No.
I was
People would
on the
be angry
lookout.
with you.
I was on the lookout, like, where are we gonna leave this little fucking turtle? And I was like,
Yes.
hey,
You know
sis,
what? You're right.
I saw a pond over there. And she's like, cool, we'll park across the street here and walk across 4 lanes of highway. And I was like, awesome. Grab the turtle. And there was
But
like this little access road with a sign,
that said don't go in.
don't fucking enter.
Yeah, and it was closed off, and it had like a little
Closed.
It had a like padlock and chain through it.
I feel it's important to mention that we were adults
We were adults. We
at
were in
this
our
point.
20s. I don't know if you call that
Maybe
adults.
30s?
No, we were in our
Okay.
20s. So we thought we would go down the access road, and it was like rutted, where you could tell like maybe, four-wheel cars, like four-wheel drive cars had driven down there a number of
Or
times.
hearses.
Whatever. And we thought we'll come at it, because you have to get into the cemetery to get to this little swamp area, because otherwise literally
Ooh.
you're climbing down an embankment off of a fucking 4-lane highway where people are going 50 miles an hour.
There's brush. There's brush.
We weren't sure it would get back up.
Sticks. Bees, probably.
All kinds of shit.
Bees.
So we're walking our happy asses literally in the sunshine in the middle of the day.
God.
We maybe got 3 minutes into this little jaunt of ours. We were nowhere near the cemetery. We look up. There was a tree, had to be 15 feet. There was a branch coming off this tree and a bicycle on a branch of the tree over our heads, 10 or 15 feet in the air.
Is it my imagination, or was it like so quiet?
It was super quiet
Like
because we were freaked out.
Because isn't that one of the things they say, though, that like when you get near the cemetery, even though
Absence of
the
life.
street is,
You can't
you
hear
can
it,
see it,
but you can't
but
hear it. It's very creepy. So this bicycle, don't ask me how it got up there, don't know, but it had been up there long enough that the tree started to grow around the bicycle. You could see that it was embedded into the bark. So whatever the
bike was
fuck,
born there.
right? It's like we saw that, and then we screamed and ran away.
No,
We
so
turned around and ran away.
So I saw the cemetery. Like we were just
You
walking.
could see it?
Dooka. And I'm like, hey, what's that? And I saw the chain link fence, and I'm like, why is there a chain link fence back here? And I was like, what the fuck? Is that a fucking headstone? And you're like, is that a bike? And I was like, oh, fuck. I think that's Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. I don't even remember what happened to the turtle.
I feel like
did we drop the turtle? I don't fucking know.
No,
I
we
know.
didn't.
I
No, we climbed our
ran.
happy asses down the embankment and slipped him into the water.
I don't remember that.
tossed him into the-
Then you dragged me down that embankment. I didn't climb.
You waited at the top.
I don't know. I remember running. I remember running and never, ever, ever wanting to go back there
So
again.
I feel like I knew the cemetery was there.
Maybe you were there with other people.
So here's the thing. After that, I went back to the cemetery to check it out with a skeptic, husband number 2.
1, 2, or 2, 2?
2, 2.
Okay.
I went back there. We took a walk, same thing, parked, walked across, blah, blah. It's amazing when you're in the company of people who do not believe.
No.
There's no scarediness.
Let me tell you something. I make a believer out of that motherfucker in 2 seconds. He'd be like, Lisa, you're fucking wiring me up. Because my nervous energy would be such that you'd be like, okay, I literally just saw something because I'm manifesting The
Yeah.
seeing.
I was able to go to the cemetery.
I think that you're mixing up him and me stories.
No, I remember going with you. I didn't remember the turtle part until
Yeah.
you told me. I thought we just went there to see it.
Fuck no, I'm not going to see a fucking Bachelor's Haunted Grove Cemetery.
But I did go back years later with husband number 2. I was able to go into the cemetery.
I'm glad you didn't tell me that.
I
I'm
looked
pissed
at
you.
the headstone. There were candle wax and things on the headstones. It was very in disrepair. It was really sad the way people have mistreated it.
Just don't.
It was sad.
Don't try and make this a fucking beautiful, sad
I'm
story
just saying.
with scariness
was a
and fucking
cemetery.
bicycles and turtles. And you're trying to make it fucking sad and beautiful.
Can that be our first T-shirt? Bicycles and turtles.
Yes. And a headstone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll write that down.
So make a note, bitch. All right. So Lisa had a client. I'm pretty sure I remember this.
I'll see.
She had a client that she used to cut hair for, and the client told you about Miss Ursula. It was her granddaughter or something, right?
Yes, it's a relation to her.
Yes. So
you know who that client was, right?
No.
It was Kenny's grandmother.
Shut the front door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So through that person, Lisa tells me about this book called Chicago Haunts, Ghost Lore of the Windy City. It's written by Ursula Bialeski.
What a great name.
Great name. And this was like, someone she knew, blah, blah. So, of course, I run out and buy the book immediately because I have to support our starving artists. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to read you her summary of Bachelor's Grove. It's a 1-acre plot bound. So there you go. Bachelor. Oh, you never made it in. Never mind. It's bound on all sides with chain link fence topped by barbed wire. I don't remember that part.
I didn't see it.
It's part of the Rubio Woods Forest Preserve. The cemetery lurks.
How is a cemetery fucking lurking?
It's lurking.
Fucking
lurks.
Lurking my ass.
In a forest across the road from a main preserve set back down a road, a wooded dirt path, quarter of a mile off this busy street that they call Midlothian Turnpike. And I would say it's closer to Oak Forest than it is to Midlothian. There's a murky quarry pond. Yes, there is. Been there. And it is closed off by a chain, like a chain fence, and says don't go through there. It says felled trees and branches have been placed by unknown hands to emphasize the warning.
What does it mean?
Like people went in there and purposely laid the branches and things in the way so that you couldn't easily get back there.
Okay.
I don't remember that part.
Well, thank you for that then.
Though not silent because of the whoosh of nearby thoroughways, the path are their own world. The mind becomes a mix of news flashes about found bodies, rumors of satanic sacrifice, memories of those urban folk legends associated with this place. Somehow, one walks through the fear.
No, one doesn't.
Suddenly, the cemetery is there, and it's a long way back to the car.
Yeah, I ran it.
Step inside. And this is true. So it's a little cemetery, abandoned.
I mean, okay, so hang on. You just said 1 acre is yours and your neighbor's house. So that's how big that cemetery is.
Yeah.
You're fucking in your neighbor's house.
Yeah. It's small.
So how many bodies are there?
I don't know. Hold on.
Did you forget how to read? Sound it out, baby.
I'm getting
Just
there.
Sound it out.
Shut it.
The. We're going to have to edit that out. You're having a rough time.
Beer cans and cases of beer
cans.
betray the recent visits by strangers. There was a lot of litter and stuff all over the place. It was really
Don't
sad.
fucking say it.
I'm just saying.
Stop saying sad.
Bachelor's Grove was first settled in the late 1820s. Although larger numbers of immigrants arrived in the 30s and 40s. Yeah, baby. The first settlers from New York, Vermont, and Connecticut were of British descent, and the second wave were primarily Germanic, immigrating directly from Europe. The grove was named after Stephen Rexford and three other single men settled after he and three other single men settled into the area around 1833. Um, it was a family that was named Batchelder that originally had settled in the area. So they called it Bachelor's Grove based on that name, Batchelder.
Okay.
The cemetery was first called Everden's, and Everden saw its first burial in 1844 when Eliza Scott was interred in the grove one November morning. As the years passed, the 82 lots began to fill with some of the earliest settlers of Bremen Township and eventually their children.
So here it's only an acre. How many people could they have possibly buried there?
Well, it says 82.
Oh, okay.
Local opinion also suggests that closing the Midlothian Turnpike in the 60s blocked automobile access and ushered in the site's era of decay and haunting. But according to Bettenhausen, the cemetery had already begun to attract local youth as a lover's lane and for drinking parties.
Ew.
Regardless of the cause, in the late 1960s, reports of vandalism at Bachelor's Grove began to spot local papers and eventually even the Chicago Tribune. Characteristic of the mounting notoriety of the site was a September 1973 incident in which the local sheriff's police took 7 teenagers into custody for digging up the
Oh
graves.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
boys. Boys.
dumb, stupid
God
kids.
fucking kids and their goddamn parents.
By
I
the early
I
70s,
blame the parents.
blame the
I
parents.
blame those fucking parents.
The papers were rife with news of more unearthed graves, demolished tombstones, and what appeared to be evidence of satanic rituals. Over the years, dozens of grave markers were dislodged from their places and thrown into the quarry pond or pilfered from the cemetery only to show up in neighboring police stations years later. I
Ew.
know. Because of this and other
God.
elements of the cemetery's reputation, many of the bodies at Bachelor's Grove were moved to other cemeteries.
Oh, I did not
Mm-hmm.
know that.
Blah, blah, blah. One couple hiking in the cemetery told of a dog that had been found. Oh, no.
No, no, not the dog.
Yeah. And then yeah, satanic stuff. A lot of weird stuff went on there. I'm not going to say it. Sorry, people. You can imagine. Belonged to certainly one of the most inexplicable phenomenons that can be said to belong to Bachelor's Grove is that of the vanishing house. This floating house, dream house, or magic house has been described by more than a few visitors to Bachelor's Grove. One researcher had collected about a dozen drawings of the phantom house. Reportedly, all are nearly identical, though drawn by various people of varying ages and spanning several decades. The depictions portray a two-story Victorian home with a swing on a colonnaded porch. Through elaborate draperies, a trace of dim light seeps into the surrounding woods. There is no house on the property, nor anywhere near the site. No property records exist to suggest that there ever was. But people see it.
So, did you notice how they said like floating
Mm-hmm.
dreamily or whatever? What
Mm-hmm.
fucking like again? So, why are we trying to pretend this is fucking fancy? It's not fancy, it's haunted. Haunted.
It's haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Continue, motherfuckers.
Um, Local youth typically speak with great animation of Bachelor's Grove and particularly of their late weekend drives there to drink and look for this disappearing house. Although mischievous kids who have searched for the house have rarely caught even a glimpse of it, many of them have been privy to another anomalous occurrence for which Bachelor's Grove is notorious. Once, around midnight, sometime in the 1980s, high schoolers gathered in the cemetery were startled by a flashing blue light through the trees and hurried to their cars, fleeing from what they thought was the police. They heard no accompanying siren or car engine and wondered at the likelihood of a squad car driving through the dense woods. They left the area for the evening, disappointed at the breakup of their vigil.
Mhm.
Later, they learned of a mysterious flashing blue orb that had once been reported by many visitors to Bachelor's Grove. The 1970s were rife with accounts of this blue orb, which were joined by those of a red light that would streak across the sky over the wooded path and of white lights flashing around the cemetery both night and day. The Bachelor's Grove lights seen in recent years nonetheless seem quite different from the ghost lights or spook lights that were reported in the 70s, which are a fairly widespread phenomenon. Um, Traditional ghost lights appear to be actual red or yellowish white balls of light that suddenly appear, usually move toward the viewer, and then just as suddenly wink out.
You said ball.
Yeah. Do you
You said
think
balls.
balls? Do you think that all they saw were just headlights from the
So,
highway?
no, here's what I was just gonna say to you. Have you ever seen the lights?
No,
Well, no, but you weren't when you were only in there in the
in
daytime.
the daytime. So,
Well, I don't think it's headlights and taillights because they claim that they're floating orbs, right?
mhm.
So that's a little different than a shooting star, which is how I would describe a passerby in a car.
Hmm.
Because we all have halogens now, like we all have fancy lights. We all got to make sure we all know whose car costs the most money.
Anyway,
Hmm.
so of course, Bachelor's Grove has its share of real ghosts too. The cemetery has its version of a white lady, alternately named by storytellers as Mrs. Rogers or the Madonna of Bachelor's Grove, who is sometimes reported as walking through the woods with a baby in her arms.
No,
There have
baby.
also been accounts of a two-headed man
No, no, no.
who rises out of
You
the
just
quarry
took it too
pond.
goddamn far.
Wait, as well as a darkly hooded figure who stands silently for a few moments, then vanish.
You took it too far with two heads.
One local resident claimed a flurry of bats, completely invisible to his companions, flew into his face and disappeared. A Hammond, what? Bats.
You know, a bat flew in my face once, and Eric told me there's no fruit bats in Bolingbrook, and I was like, "There's fruit bats in Bolingbrook. One just flew in my fucking face." And he said, "There's no fruit bats in Bolingbrook," and I said, "Yes, there are.
There
Fruit
is.
bats everywhere.
There's nothing but fruit bats
There's fruit
in
bats
Bolingbrook.
everywhere,
Get Eric.
motherfucker."
Oh, I love it. A Hammond, Indiana woman who grew up in nearby Posen
Frozen.
reported having been startled by a figure in an overcoat that streaked past her on the wooded path and then vanished. I would pee my
Just
pants.
first of all, get away from that path.
Mm,
Here's what I'm going to say about this.
mm-hmm.
Resurrection Cemetery is a giant cemetery on 3 giant main fucking roads.
Yeah.
You can't not pass it.
Yeah.
Bachelor's Grove, people,
You pass it a lot.
get
No one
off
even
of the
knows.
dirt path by it. Just get out of there. Come on, George, let's go.
People have taken, actually, I think I took pictures when I went there with husband
Shame on
number
you.
2.
Shame on you.
Like, because they said you could develop them and then capture things.
Then you know what?
I've lost my mind.
That's probably how I got a ghost in my house.
There is a very famous picture.
Uh-huh. Don't show me a fucking scary picture.
It's not scary.
Is it sad? Is it so sad?
Maybe. Maybe. All right. After such, according to the first
You really
tale,
should have highlighted what you wanted to talk about.
it's a lot. The house in question did at one time exist. It was owned and occupied by a groundskeeper of the cemetery and his family and stood in the woods beyond the burial ground.
No.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
some
no.
evil intervention spoiled their happy arrangement when voices from the cemetery
Nope.
began urging the groundskeeper to kill his family.
No.
Dutifully, he sharpened his axe. did the deed, and then hanged himself in a nearby tree.
Is that true?
I don't know. In other versions, the caretaker is a hunter living in the house who goes berserk one day and shoots and guts a number of visitors to the grove, hanging them like animal carcasses in the surrounding trees.
Your
These
story
are
is worse
just,
than my
I
story.
know. The second of these tales is even less
My story
historically
is actually
based.
sad.
Fuck, that one was more historically based. All right, listen. Jamie, a 14-year-old Midlothian resident, tells it well.
Oh.
The legend goes that a very beautiful woman who liked to dance and was relatively young was killed by decapitation. Her body was disposed of in Bachelor's Grove. About 2 years later, she began to rise from her grave and go to local dances since her passion for dancing was so great.
Why'd you look at me all fucked up like that?
Because she always wore the same long white dress. At another auspicious occasion, she would meet some young man, stay with him for the entire event. At the end of the gala, she would always promise the young man that if he stuck with her, he would have a good time.
Ew.
They would drive into Bachelor's Grove through a nameless grove of trees, and she would gruesomely murder the young man.
Ah! Well, someone's not sleeping tonight.
But doesn't that sound like a Resurrection Mary, like, take on Bachelor's Grove?
So then hang on. You know the Resurrection Mary is a folklore of the Vanishing Hitchhiker.
That's what they're talking about for
The
this,
Vanishing
too.
Hitchhiker is a story that every state, every city, every spooky road has
Mhm,
their version of that same folklore.
mhm. I'm
So
telling you, the boyfriend's death, the hook, like the
right,
scary madman, like,
right.
all of that they're talking about. Now, she doesn't mention this
Thank God.
unless I'm skipping over it.
I'm almost to my breaking point with these scary
Um,
stories. I don't think we should do another
so so
episode of
so
scary
so
stories again.
I wanna see if she actually talks about it. Hmm.
Is it?
So,
Oh,
they talk about how there's, like
I don't want to see the picture.
you're such a
I didn't want to see the
you're such
picture.
a wimp.
She's been staring at me this whole
Oh my
time.
god. So, there's a very famous picture that was taken of a woman sitting on one of the headstones at Bachelor's Grove.
Mm-hmm.
To date, and this, Morbid just covered Bachelor's Grove in their spooky season.
Mm-hmm.
To date, no one has been able to debunk this photograph.
I don't know if I want to see it.
It's just a picture. It's not
Uh-huh.
scary.
No, I
It's
don't want to
not
see it. I don't want to see it.
it's not a
I don't want
scary
to see it. I don't
picture.
want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Right.
I don't want to see it because something's going to appear to me. I feel it.
Okay.
So tell me about the picture.
So, there's a tombstone or a block.
Perfect.
A lady is sitting on it. She's kind of hunched over
I
like
can picture
this.
it. Okay.
She's got, like, the short, curly, pretty
Mhm.
hair like they would have in the 20s with the
Mhm.
finger curls, And then it's just, like, a willowy dress.
It's called finger waves.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Morbid covered it, and they said that there were a couple of women from the same family who passed away. One lost her child, like,
Mm-hmm.
in the first year that it was born or something, and then the other can't remember the whole story, but they think that the picture is of one of the moms looking for her baby that passed away.
Mm.
So, that was the whole thing.
So
So,
that's a picture of a ghost.
that's what they say, and no one has been able to debunk it. It's real. It's real. You
So
wanna go back?
no.
Come on.
So the question
Yeah.
du jour,
Yeah.
do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. So then why does everybody think I'm crazy because I have a ghost in my house?
Who thinks you're crazy?
Everybody,
Like
you.
who? I don't think you're crazy. That's why I keep telling you I'm gonna come over there and kick him out.
Smudge that house then, motherfucker.
I keep telling you that. You told me not to do it.
Well, I'm not, like, don't do it with no expertise. Like, I don't want you to make it worse.
I don't understand what that means.
Okay.
You believe it. You go in, you speak with authority,
Oh, no.
you open all the windows, and you like, only goodness here. No, everything negative must go.
I already did that. I already watched your episode of that show, and that's exactly what I open all the fucking windows.
Did
and
you
I'm
watch
walking
the
through
Dead
house.
Files?
Yes. I've watched your fucking Dead Files, and I'm walking through my house,
Yes.
and I'm like, peace, love, and happiness here. If you're not welcome,
Not
get
the
the fuck out.
60s.
And there were times like it was getting so bad where I'm like, you're making me fucking angry. I'm
Yeah.
not scared anymore. Get the fuck
Get the
out.
fuck out.
So I know all like we might have just lost half our audience. Like I think Kristen and Trina are gone.
Trina's not gone.
No, Trina's still here.
Trina's stoned. She's still listening.
She's good. Flying high. So, all right. So then we believe in ghosts.
Of course.
I'm gonna bring it down to this.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it down to TV truths.
Okay.
Did you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the scene
No.
where he is talking to the girl before he marries his wife, Skylar? This is
Okay.
a flashback scene where he's dating the girl with the long brown hair.
Okay.
And they're doing the percentages of the body.
Okay.
And they're like, bones, 28 point
Wait,
this.
the girl with the long blonde hair or brown hair, you mean Susan from Friends?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck!
I know. Did you not remember that?
I didn't even know. I didn't even
fucking
realize. It's
Susan!
Susan, and I didn't even know it.
Susan.
So they're going down all the percentages, and they
Okay.
add everything up at the end. They go water, bones, tissue, everything, everything.
Okay.
And the total of a human comes to like 99.27 or something like that.
Shit.
And they're like, so what's left? So what's left? And they're like, the soul. And I was like, oh my God, it is the soul.
That's
like,
it.
Listen, we're just energy, right? Okay, so energy is energy.
Mm-hmm.
We are inhabiting something right now that makes this energy
Mm-hmm.
alive and
Mhm.
possible. But when this earthly remains can no longer host our energy, where does it go?
We just move on to the next plane.
Exactly.
Hello.
Or we don't.
Or we have to come back, which would be
Or
exhausting.
Literally, I can't even think about reincarnation.
I can't. It's so exhausting.
I don't want to be here when the world ends.
I don't want to be a fucking teenager
don't.
again.
Fuck teenagers.
Hey.
I just don't want to be here like when we have destroyed the planet to the point where it's water world.
Yeah, I know.
Like, and I'm still mind blown that most of our Earth is. What is that even?
Just like your body. Your body's mostly water.
Anywho.
Anyway.
Hey, so that was fun.
What are we going to do next week?
Oh, I think it's your turn.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, your big mouth. With your big fucking mouth.
I don't know.
You don't?
I don't know what to do.
Because this one was mine, and I said, you're going to be so happy because I'm staying in Illinois.
Do you want to do Gacy?
Well, wait, it's yours, though. This is the first time that both of us were doing something. So do you want to fly solo and I'll wingman?
Oh, but you have to watch the documentary.
I've watched them all. I can't do Gacy. Like, I can't because
I have a
can't.
front line from that one. Like, first degree for that one.
That's up to you, baby.
All right, wait. John Wayne Gacy. Man, I got 2 first degrees for that one.
I mean, if you want to do it.
Let me pick a documentary so I could tell them what we're going to watch.
Okay.
I think it's this HBO one.
Okay. I'll watch it. You know, I was upstairs watching TV the other day. I found a new docuseries on Lifetime.
Yeah.
And it's called Text Me When You Get Home. And it's just about, the movement, right? All the women are not safe and men don't know what it's like.
I
was like
don't.
3 episodes in and Eric's like, so is it murdered or killed? They get murdered or they get killed. And I was like, hey, be fucking respectful, motherfucker. These are women who are like, but he doesn't look at it like he thinks, I think he really truly believes that I'm watching like made up TV. Like this is fiction.
What's it like to be Eric?
What's it like to not have to worry that somebody's trying to fucking kill you?
All the time.
That somebody doesn't want to peel your skin off your bones and wear it for a fucking lady suit. Was she a great big fat person? Oh. May I use your phone? Oh my God, I love it.
Oh my God.
Don't make me kill your dog. God damn it, I gotta go home and watch that movie.
Hey, she was in Ray Donovan too.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
What if we do...
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe one time we'll dissect Silence of the Lambs. I think that'll be fun, but not now. Shush, everybody calm down.
There's a Netflix one called Conversations with a Killer.
I remember.
Do you wanna watch that one and dissect it?
John Wayne Gacy or
Mhm.
Yep, do it.
Alright.
All right.
Conversations with a Killer, the John Wayne Gacy tapes.
Okay.
2022, Netflix.
Okay.
We shall do
We
it.
shall. And
It's 3 episodes, it looks like.
perfect. We stated our sources. If you would like to let us know how much you love and or hate our voices or the stuff that we're talking about, you can email us at murderwithmysister@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Currently still working on that Facebook page. Somebody is supposed to be helping me with it, but she hasn't yet, Katie.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know shit about
No,
Facebook, it's
that's
not me.
no. So once we get that up and running, I will post pictures of some of the stories that we're doing. Did you say you were doing the Instagram?
I can do an
How
Instagram.
about if I ask her if she can do both, and then once she gets them up and running, we'll.
I'm more familiar with Instagram, so I can try. I haven't set one up.
My technology and me just don't go hand in hand.
Instagram's not hard to use.
Okay. All right. Well, we're hitting an hour and 12 minutes. We
Oh, shit.
have been gabbing, clucking like a fucking like a couple of fucking hens.
But we missed a week,
Ooh,
so it's been a
snap.
minute. Anyway.
Yes. All right. Well,
Okay,
people,
listen.
listen.
Don't park next to vans.
Roll up your fucking windows.
Why? Because you don't want to see fucking Mary hanging on the fucking
Motherfucker.
floorboards.
Come on, George. Let's go. Good day.
Mixed and edited by me, Marie Abenante, parentheses, sort of professionally, end of parentheses. Executive produced by my sister, Lisa Linsner, and me, Marie Abenante.
Music by John Bartman, track City Girls. Cover art by our beautiful and talented niece, Alexis Marie Guerrero.
And we did all of this on our platform called Riverside, which is very user-friendly and lovely, and I hope it sounds good and looks good, and Riverside, forgive us for embarrassing you.
And thank you.
And thank you.